Hey coin collectors and welcome to DC Coin World International Coin Channel. Today it's the 1949 Benjamin Franklin half dollar from the United States. Liberty at the top, In God We Trust here. 1949 under Franklin's chin, and a J, an R, and an S right down here. That's for John R. Cynic, who also engraved the United States dime. Here's one of those dimes from 1949, and you can see the JS down here. So on the Franklin half, he put JRS, but on this one you can see that it's just a J and an S. So when they first came out in 1946, right after President Franklin Delano Roosevelt's death, John Cynic used the JS, but by 1948, he was using the JRS for his initials. Many people call the Franklin half the most valuable half dollar you've never heard of. They were made for 16 years, from 1948 till 1963, replaced by the Kennedy half. It's a 90% silver half, 10% copper. So this coin here, just alone, is worth about $20 in silver. If we flip it over onto its back, we see it says United States of America, half dollar at the bottom, E pluribus unum. There's an eagle over here. There's the Liberty Bell in the center that's in Philadelphia, the bell. And what you do when you want a real expensive one of these is you want to see these lines going all the way across. You want to see some lines at the top and some letters in there. This is not a real expensive one in terms of collector value, but it's still worth probably $25 to $30. If we go way up here, we see a D. That's where the mint marks are on these coins. D is for the Denver Mint, and is a Denver Mint half dollar, Franklin half dollar, worth $45,000. If you can get one of these in incredibly good shape, they can be incredibly valuable. At Denver, they only made 4,120,000 of these. The auction record is $11,500. If you get this in a Mint State 65 and get it graded, it's worth $300. And again, Mint State 67 is about as high as you've ever found for these, and those are worth $45,000. These coins were also made at two other mints, the Philadelphia Mint, and this is the Philadelphia Mint with no mint mark at the top. And let's flip this one over. This is really beat up, but still, it's got the same amount of silver in it. So if you get one of these, I would save it just because there aren't many around from 1949. Philadelphia Mint won't put a mint mark, and they made 5,614,000. The auction record is 14,950 with full bell lines, and this has some pretty good bell lines, even though it's all beat up. See how good the lines are when they look good, and see the letters and stuff. If you get one of these that's shiny, in good shape with full bell lines, a Mint State 67 plus, $11,000. If you get one of these that's really shiny with no mint mark on the back and looks like this, that's a different coin altogether. That's a proof coin. Philadelphia made the regular coins with no mint mark, and they made the proof coins. And so that's what this one is right here, a proof coin from Philadelphia. For the proof coins, they made 1.15 million. Again, it's a silver coin, same silver. And the auction record for a proof coin is stratospheric. It's $50,000 for proof 69. It's just a huge amount of money. And finally, they made these coins at the San Francisco Mint. And in San Francisco Mint in 1949, just a regular coin mint, not a specialty mint. They didn't make the proofs. They didn't make the mint sets. Same thing, United States of America half dollar, but it has the S up here. They made 3.8 million. The auction record is $31,725 for Mint State 67 plus, full bell lines. But they found a couple more since then. So right now, the highest priced San Francisco Mint half dollar is around $18,000 with full bell lines. Now, one of the things that happens on some of these coins the Philadelphia coins is Benjamin Franklin. They have something they call it the obverse die clash, where Benjamin Franklin's lips have a little bubble that goes out around them. It's called the Bugs Bunny lips because the lips look just like Bugs Bunny's lips. Those could be worth $4,000 plus. The die clashes are not going to be easy to find. Essentially, this is one of them from the NGC website. And if you look on here, you can see that there's some lines coming down. And there's actually a little bit of an impression here, it's really hard to see it, of the eagle's feathers from the back of the coin on Franklin's nose. This is one from NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, which is a website that certifies coins. And you can see what it says here. 1949 Bugs Bunny, die clashing left impression of the eagle's feathers on Franklin's nose. There's some other ones that you can see that look somewhat better or different. And you can see this one is from the 1951. So these die clashes, and there's one down here. We'll tip it up just a little bit more. There's one down here where you can see it actually looks like a tooth comes out of the lip. So there's a bunch of different versions of this die clash, but they're really hard to tell, and you'd almost have to have an expert. If you think you've got one, you'd almost have to bring it to an expert and have them determine whether it's right or not. See this one here, this is an even different one. All right, let's get back to our coins. So look for, if you ever get a 49, look at the Philadelphia version and see if you can see those Bugs Bunny lips. All right, well that's all we have today from the DC Coin World International coin channel. So you can get a really good Philadelphia one with the bell lines. With the full bell lines, could be worth over $10,000. You get a really good Denver one with the full bell lines, could be worth over $40,000. A San Francisco one with the full bell lines could be worth as much as $18,000 to $20,000. And a proof coin with everything on it would be worth about $50,000. But it has to be a deep cameo. Thanks for watching DC Coin World International Coin Channel. We'd love to have you subscribe to our channel and leave any comments you have in the comment section.